Hello everybody and welcome. It's about March the, I don't know, 16th or 17th. Anyway, thanks for joining us. What I'm actually doing is, I didn't have a very good firing. The last firing I had in the kiln here was not a very good one. And I had quite a lot of problems, to put it mildly. So yeah, I had some of these kind of problems. Bloating everywhere, really bad. So we're going to stick these in the bucket. Okay, but as always, we've got to go back to the root of the problem. What caused that? What caused that overfiring and oxidized look? These pots here are very oxidized, not as they usually come out. Not the nice toasty warm. They're a little bit cold looking. They've got bloats on them. I got a load of these, more than I want to look at. I tell you, I was really depressed. Yes, I do get depressed sometimes if I don't have a good firing. That's a bummer, I'll tell you. But you know what it was? What caused it, and I'll show you what was the reason why it happened, which I discovered afterwards. So here inside the kiln, right, you can see the chimney exit flue here. The pathway that the flames usually take is that the flames cross from the burner down there at the bottom straight in, you see, straight to the back of the kiln down there, and then they should come up here now to the top of the kiln and then go down again, and then they go down there, down in there, and then underneath the bottom shelf where they connect with this chimney flue, and then up here and out through the hole at the top. But what happened was, and I don't know if you can see it, I didn't do a very good job of making this chimney. Can you see how it's opened up there? It's got gaps right down in here, right the way down here, and all the way down here. So what was happening was that the reducing atmosphere in the kiln was effectively lost, and the flames, instead of going back when they came up over the top, instead of going back down again, they went straight through here, straight through these cracks and these fissures down in here, and then out. So yeah, what happened was when I came out, the kiln wasn't reducing like when I left it, and I thought, that's strange. Plus the temperature had roared up. So that, I think, was the cause of the excessive temperature rise too quickly, causing the bloating in an oxidizing atmosphere. So, well, you have to look at these things and sort of see what went wrong, try to analyze them in as logical a way as possible. Can you see the bloat on the bottom of that tankard there? And this glaze, which usually comes out a nice, it's an iron slip underneath with a wax resist with the white glaze over the top, usually comes out a nice bluey with the iron breaking through. But you see how black they've come out? You see, this is typical kind of very typical oxidized look for this glaze. In an oxidizing atmosphere, that's how it turns out, which I don't like. These are all seconds, so I've got to find a field to throw them in. No, I shall sell them for $15 each, something like that, just to clear them. You know, you gotta try and sell your seconds, haven't you? If you have seconds, if you have pots that are defective, you want to try to recoup something from them. So yeah, we knock them down in price, don't we? Okay, so what I'm going to have to do over there with that chimney is take it to pieces. Right here on the table I've got a few things what I'm going to be using now to fix this all. Some of the things anyway, not all of them. I'm going to take these, and with a diamond cutter I'm going to cut these down the side, I think. Actually, I'm not exactly sure, to be perfectly honest. I'm not exactly sure what size I've got here to play with. So they are going to be sticking out from there. Let's turn it around the right way so we can read the thing. Yeah, approximately 2.5 inches actually, I think would do it. Yeah, I think the chimney you see here. See that? See how it's become detached from the side here. I'm gonna have to break all this away, clean it all down, and redo it. I don't know what's the width of one of these. So 4.5, isn't it? Just about 4.5. Yeah. Well, you see, what I've got to do is, what I used here on the side was not a good idea. I had some. Oh, can you see right up there, and that where I'm pointing, right up there? I had these panels of ceramic fibre. They sort of stuck together like bookends. But anyway, I had those up there, and I took one of those. That's high temperature fibre, and I thought I'll use that to form the side bit here. But as you can see, that was not a smart move. Well, you live and learn, don't you? So I'm going to have to either use some over here. Actually, I've got some sort of regular sort of like fire brick. This is not the really heavy kind, but this would actually do. Or I'm going to slice these other guys. Incidentally, you can buy these at, I got these up at Weaver's actually, but you can buy these Ace Hardware. They're good for 2,200 degrees. They call them splits. That's what they call them, splits. But you know, they're for putting inside pizza oven, outdoor fireplaces, stoves, etc. But they will. That's what I used there. You see, these guys. These are splits. In fact, it even says split on it, I think, somewhere. Doesn't it? Split. Does it say split? Yeah, it does. Split. You see. So, anyway, so these are. Gonna need that. Gonna need a ruler, a pencil to mark. I got some of this stuff here. This is Amico kiln cement. It wasn't very expensive, so I thought, well, let's get it. We'll do that. We'll mix that up in a bowl with a spatula. Got a spatula here. A couple of things to apply it with. And I should be able to splice these down using the diamond cutter on this angle grinder. It's just a case of cleaning it all down, putting them in place, cementing them in, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. It's a done deal. Well, let's hope. So that's what I got to work on. That's what I got to get sorted. Anyway, folks, that's just to update you. I have been away. I I've just been, well, last weekend actually, I was, in fact, right now, I don't know what the time is right now, but yeah, about right now, this time last weekend, I was down at Key West looking across to Cuba, which was amazing. And yeah, I did a workshop down with the Ceramic League of Miami. So big hello to all of you guys down there, to Ian and the crowd down there, and Angela and all the others down there who I met. A great bunch, and we had a good time. It was a little bit touch and go whether I was going to make it, because we had a lot of cancelled flights. I was flying on the Thursday, and all the flights on the Thursday were cancelled, so then I had to come back home, miss my flight, and then I got another flight the next day, which was lucky, and I managed to get down to Miami by 11 o'clock that night, and then we started teaching the workshop the next morning. So, and that ran really Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday we took a drive. Ian and I took a drive down to Key West, which was interesting. Wow, it's just another world down there. So warm, and the sea, and yeah. So anyway, that's just to update you. It's just what I've been doing. I haven't uploaded any clips, as you know, just a little bit. But I wanted to come back to it, of course, and get on with things. Always when you're going away, you know, doing a workshop, you've got this preparation time, and then you've got to do the workshop, and then you have this period of like decompression, you know, a few days just to decompress, you know, which you need really. And then you've got to go, then you've got to pick up all the loose ends where you left off, haven't you? And bills need paying, and this needs fixing, and we had a burst pipe, and still dealing with that. So, hey, life goes on. Thanks for joining us, folks, and I'm going to be continuing with this, trying to get it fixed up, and then we'll be packing it, and we've got to test it out and make sure that my theory, put my theory to the test. I think that was the reason, though, that it wasn't working, was because of that leak, which allowed all the gases to escape. It's important, you see, if you have like a closed circuit kiln, like a downdraft, that you make sure it's sealed everywhere it needs to, because those flames will take the shortcut, they'll take the quickest route, you know, and yeah. Okay folks, thanks for joining us, and keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.